Coffin Drop is intended for mature audiences, so no kiddies allowed. See the episode description for content warnings, and listen with care.
Night continues to darken and deepen, heading toward its darkest, as the four of you stand over the remains of the Rustvich. Her blood still coursing through your veins, heightening your innate abilities. You gaze out over Sector 1, the epicenter of the Nazi operation in Gay Paris. There are two routes to get to the tower: through the pleasure gardens surrounding it, or via an ammunition and vehicle depot. The latter will be under heavier guard, but can likely secure you the firepower you need to take out the threats aboard Hitler's Zeppelin. The former will be a more straightforward path, but it is much less likely you will be able to salvage anything of use between here and the Führer. Which way would you like to go?
I want to say the park, but also I thought the theme park would be nice, and I should have known it would be a bad Nazi theme park.
Right.
So,
That'd be like a nice beer garden situation.
yeah, maybe the depot, we know what we're getting.
We could stand for a little predictability as a break.
You want to go to the army depot as a treat?
For a change of pace.
I do, because I unfortunately was not able to secure Nicole a prize at the carnival, so we gotta go get her a gift at the ammunition depot.
Let's go shopping.
And what do you get for the girl who has everything?
More guns.
More guns? I can have more, she says, holding up her one with her one remaining arm.
You gaze upon a massive storage yard with a collection of cars, some armored, some not, for use by Nazi officers. There's armories and warehouses under heavy guard, and the entire perimeter is cordoned off with barbed wire. Searchlights roam the grounds. Your objective: scramble across the motor pool and possibly raid the ammunition dump. We will start with Arena.
The most sensible thing to do here, I think, is to hop back into my tank and literally just clear a path across the motor pool.
Absolutely.
I jump on the back, hanging off it.
Ah, yes. It's a tight squeeze in here, Nicole, but I pat my lap. There is room for one more.
I look at my one arm holding this tank and I go, maybe. And I go inside. And I sit daintily on your lap. Can you see still? And I smile at you mischievously.
Is there room for perhaps a couple more? And I have all of my gorillas.
I hit the gas.
Must not have heard me.
The treads tear the gravel of the cobbles of Gay Paris as you head toward the depot. The infantry squad on high alert turns toward the sound and sees you barreling down the slope toward them. Flint and Chuck, I'm guessing, hanging off onto the side like a parade float.
We're flanking.
Hell yeah. And immediately open fire. Are you trying to bust through the gate? Are you shooting your cannon? How are you using this Are you sneaking?
Not at all sneaking. I don't think tanks are really a stealth vehicle. I imagine I'm like smashing through the gate.
Hell yeah. Go ahead and roll Brawl. What's the tank's special?
If I'm smashing through a building, what is offense, I ask? I think it counts.
I'll give you a guardhouse right here on this barbed wire fence that, yeah, you just can clip that.
I go out of my way to hit the guardhouse. All of mine were successes.
Holy shit.
3 successes and 1 crit.
Phenomenal. I've got 2 successes.
I'm going to use my crit to get rid of your attack dice, and then I'm going to put 3 successes on the objective to scramble across the motor pool.
Clearing ground, like the biggest challenge to this objective was going to be overcoming the barbed wire fence, and you tear through it like it's tin foil, just making headway across the motor pool. toward the Eiffel Tower, looming phallic-like on the horizon. Flint.
I would like to jump off the front of the tank and crowd dive and start brawling.
Tear them apart!
That is 1 crit.
I got 2 successes.
So would that be 1 injury if I take it, or would that be both?
You can block them both with that 1 crit or take 2.
I'm going to get dramatic, and I'm going to take 2.
Heck yeah.
Oh.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, roll on the injury table twice, please. You're already missing your jaw.
The jaw I have back, my teeth I do not.
Gotcha.
So I've got
My
like a
mistake.
row of baby gums.
Oh.
And that dashing beard is gone.
Oh yeah.
It was a fresh chin.
It's a new chin.
The hair takes longer.
Okay. Wow. Merciful. I jump in there and like a frightened cat propelling off of furniture, I'm just jumping onto a soldier and propelling to the next, not necessarily attacking, but just the force of the hook in and push off tears huge chunks of them. But also, like a frightened cat, some explosion, some sound goes off. I scream, and I am now spooked. I bolt in a random direction and get not crushed, but a little chewed up by the treads of the tank. So I am also mauled. And just kind of spat out the other side, cartoon birds around my head. Oh.
I feel just like a bump underneath me, and I look at Nicole. That was probably nothing.
These lily pads of Nazi soldiers, as your claws sink into them and their entire rib cages are rent asunder. An explosion happens somewhere in the distance, and there's the sound of something gearing up as you get a little bit wary. That new momentarily distraction, sending you under the tank, and you pick yourself up from the dust. Strangely, not as worse for wear as you could be. Nicole.
I pop my head out of this tank. I sort of straddle one leg on either side of Arena, pop out, laying my submachine gun on top of the porthole, and I'm gonna just lay some fire and mow down these guys that are in front of us trying to take this tank out.
Go ahead and roll shoot.
And this is my last use of this machine gun.
2 successes again.
A crit and a success.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna use a crit to defend.
Okay, that neutralizes me.
Can I drink blood with that other one?
Yeah.
So as I shoot all these guys, the tower that Irina hit starts to crumble, and this guy goes, "Ooh!" and he falls in front of me, and I go, "Oh, delivery." And I suck the blood. I rip the throat out of this Nazi, and I start drinking.
Hell yeah. His head pops off like a squeezy top and just gush into your mouth as bullets riddle you, but you completely soak them. Chuck.
As Flint kind of falls under the tank, my right arm tenses, as that belonged to someone who was building the rail tracks out into the west. And my arm recalls a moment similar to that, as we were just disposable workers. And Chuck goes, "No, not again." And what I would like to do, I'm going to jump to Flint's safety, but before that, if you'll allow me, I look down. My lesbian arm is gone. It is left behind. So I have the flamethrower in my right hand, and it's got 1 use left. Can I, chuck it against the tank so it breaks and throw it to essentially turn the flamethrower into a massive grenade?
Hell yeah, dude. Absolutely you can. I mean, it's in your name. You can chuck anything you want to.
Hate it. Boo.
Just running the barrel along the tank, sparking up.
Yes. Can that be a fix? Is that all right?
Hell yeah.
All right.
Why not?
Here we go.
No successes.
I've got a crit.
Oh, hooray!
Woo!
Put it wherever you want.
Beautiful. I'll put that towards taking out the folks in front of us as I then hop over to Flint.
Fantastic. In a huge mushroom cloud of fire, you incinerate a bunch of Nazis who, one of them staggers forward on fire and crumples to the ground, illuminating the various buildings and warehouses around you as you continue to pile along on your tank. That is the top of the next round. Arena.
as this explosion goes off, I want to slip out of the tank, just like slowly pressing my body against Nicole as I'm moving past her and out of the porthole. Just like letting her feel every curve of this absolutely just like epic body that Arena has. And then I'm going to use the distraction of the explosion to sneak into one of these armories. I want to go look for something good.
Phenomenal. Ghost ride that whip.
Yeah.
Roll sneak.
If Nicole had a heart, it'd be beating really fast.
I got 1 success.
Ooh, I only roll 1 die, but it was a crit.
Nice. And that will apply toward the next person who wants to sneak.
Oh, fantastic. I think I'm going to take the harm and put the crit onto the objective of like looting this place.
You got it. 2 successes onto raiding the ammunition dump as you throw open this door and find row after row after row of gun. You've got dealer's choice as far as firearms and firepower. You do, however, have to roll on the injury table.
Oh no, my hair, it is ruined.
No! Do you want to give a dramatic, the camera pans up above you, crane shot, zooming out as the rain starts to fall inside this ammunition depot?
It's just no longer falling in a really chic way.
It almost looks the same.
It is flat.
It's just lost its luster.
Yeah. Like a single split end.
We pull out the crane shot, it looks the same, and then we hyper zoom in and we see one of your follicles at the very end. Boing! It's just not perfect.
It's not bouncing and behaving.
Flint.
Flint is on the ground on his back, panicking, clutching at Chuck, saying, "A sound, Chuck! A threat, Chuck!" While my gorillas are going to see me falter and file in to terrify and flank the soldiers.
Fantastic. Not a lot scarier than rifle-wielding gorillas charging out of the darkness.
1 success, 1 crit.
Ooh.
1 success.
I will negate the damage and then both crits towards, I would say objective for this.
The Nazi infantry squad, those of them who still have urine in their systems, no longer do, as these guerrillas charge out of the darkness and they abandon the cause, taking off, clearing your way forward as the tank continues to slowly roll unpiloted forward.
Nicole grabs onto the outside of the tank and swings her legs over. And as these apes start to take center stage, sneak behind them to what looks to be like Nazis are eating or were as they start to load and grab all their stuff. And I want to sneak and open the door real quick and just throw a frag grenade in there.
Incredible. Go ahead and roll sneak, add your frag grenade, add the bonus for enclosed spaces, and add another 2 from Arena's sneak.
3 successes and a crit.
1 success.
I'm going to use one of those successes to defend.
Great. Forget I mentioned it.
I have 2 successes and a crit, and I have some specials. I'm going to use Sapper to reduce an objective or threats challenge level by 1 of the raiding the armory of it all.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go in and get my lunch on and drink 2 more bloods.
Incredible. You notice that it's time for a midnight snack and make short work popping like pudding packs. All these Nazi soldiers, they're nicely tenderized by the frag grenade, and the officers who were off duty, in their effort to escape more quickly, hit a button and the gates on the far side open. Chuck.
The gates just opened. Is there anyone running through the gates at all? Or
Yes. Yeah, there's Nazis aplenty.
Okay, a la Seven Samurai with them cresting the hill. Chuck is just gonna like stand before Flint and just one-armed pull out Betsy while Maria stays holstered and just aim at sort of the bottleneck of Nazis running towards us.
Roll shoot. I got 2 successes.
Oh, come on. I got 1 success, but I did get a blood. I will take a shot off, and then I will take a shot.
Everybody's doing it. I'll go ahead and roll on the injury table.
Oh my god. Shot full of holes. I spend 1 blood at the start of every single one of my turns.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
You better start rolling some 1s. Go ahead and describe what it looks like as you pull out this 1 pistol with your 1 arm, only to be riddled full of holes.
I pull out my pistol. I pull out Betsy. and I fire at the Nazis as they open fire. And since we're speaking cinematically, you would see the silhouette of all the bullets going through. And you cut back to Chuck, and believe it or not, Chuck looks up and spits out some blood, and all the major shots actually took out his hat.
No.
Oh.
Because with my cowboy hat, I can mark to ignore an injury or being down. The hat is destroyed. As I look at the tethered hat on the ground, and I go, well, now you really pissed me off. And I cock my gun for my next round.
Kim, can I get some sad Western music in here for the hat?
Yeah, absolutely. I know exactly what it will be.
Life is a highway.
No, we can't do that one. I don't have the budget for licensed music.
I'll sing it. It's not licensed if it's me.
Anything from the Cars soundtrack, says Beverlee.
Yeah.
Ka-chow. Cocks your gun.
Pour one out for the hat. Arena.
So I'm in this armory. First thing I'm gonna do is light a cigarette. I'm in this like totally darkened warehouse, and we just see the like pinprick of light from my cigarette as I take a drag and restore a little bit of blood because I've had a very rough day so far.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's all these crates everywhere, and I don't want to wreck my manicure by opening any of them. So I'm going to take my cigarette and start like stubbing it out on some of the crates and drawing some runes. And I'm going to activate some explosive runes to open up these crates.
Oh my God.
Great.
Phenomenal. I was going to say, this is giving like when Wile E. Coyote goes into a dark room and then lights a match and he's surrounded by dynamite. But you're leaning into that real hard, and I love it.
Absolutely.
So is this search with explosive runes?
Probably.
Great. I'll allow it. There are some Nazis stationed here, though, and they are shooting at you. When the light of your cigarette goes up, they go, there she is!
Yes, I come closer to my explosions.
That is 3 successes.
2 crits.
Wild.
So I'm going to use 1 crit to soak 2 of your damage die.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use another crit to take 2 more blood. This guard comes close to one of the crates that I've rigged to explode. And then we just see his head sailing across this armory. And then I just palm it like a NBA player and then just like sink my teeth into his skull.
Phenom. Flint!
Flint, in his panic looking up at Chuck, watches the hat get shot off, and the realization of what war does to beautiful things in this world turns my animal fear into an animal rage, and I would like to, from the ground, grapple hook into a Nazi soldier and pull myself into the mob of them.
I love that. That sounds like Brawl to me.
1 crit, 1 hit.
I've got 1 success.
I will knock out the success, and then I'm going to put the crit towards drinking blood as I, in the manner of Scooby-Doo eating a long sandwich, just 4 bite this guy into my mouth.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Just unhinge your jaw like a python. I love it.
It's malleable.
Gross. Nicole.
To use blood to heal myself, is it out of turn? Like it just happens?
Yeah, exactly.
2 blood to heal a thing, right?
3 blood lets you heal.
I spent 3. Nicole's face raises, smeared with blood at this point, dripping down her front teeth, and she cracks her neck as her arm starts to grow. Her jacket's like ripped off now, so the gun shows out on one side.
Yes.
Oh, God.
And she bursts out of the building, sees this large group of Nazis in front of her, runs sort of to the left of where Flint is, and goes, hey guys, what are we all doing here? And then holds up her hands, one hand with a grenade in it, the other hand with the pin, and goes, mind if I join? Pops it off. I would like to terrify.
Okay. I'll allow it.
1 success.
2 successes.
Damn. Well, it was nice while it lasted. I'll defend.
Okay, you still roll once on the injury table.
Well, now I'm bleeding out.
No!
I start to run from this grenade as it goes off, but I'm grabbed by my brand new arm, and I go, God, I always forget. And I try to wrench free, but as I do, it goes off, and I start bleeding from my side as I fall on the ground, hitting a sharp rock.
Ooh, shrapnel into sharp rock. You're full of holes. You're like Swiss cheese. Chuck.
As I'm watching all of this happen, and I look at just like a piece of cloth from my hat in my hand, I go, it's time to start thinking smarter, not thinking harder, Chuck. And I am going to reach into my coat and pull out a little canister of tar, which oftentimes people refer to chewing tobacco as tar. This is not chewing tobacco. This is straight up tar.
Yes.
And I take 2 fingers of it and I put it into my gum and I chew it and I turn to the watchtower that's to my left. My railroad worker arm does a quick calculation as I kick one of the sides with my left foot, which was a bootleg runner. And I go, yeah, that'll do. And I'm going to use acid spit to melt one of the legs of the watchtower for it to then topple down onto the Nazis flooding out of the gate.
Phenomenal. Is that shoot?
I just did shoot. Could it be a fix?
Yeah, you're affecting the mechanical thing of it.
I've got 2 successes and 1 blood.
I've got 2 successes.
Oh, jeez, okay. I'll put those successes towards knocking out the Nazi threat.
Amazing. Okay, I will let you know this because I'm a kind of benevolent GM and I hate Nazis. The infantry squad only has 1 health left, so you can split the vote if you want.
Oh, great. Okay, in that case, I'll take one of the hits as the tower's going down. Like, I'll dodge one of the shots, and then I'll take the other.
The acid spit corrodes the support joist of this hastily constructed tower. It quickly buckles and boom. As like a Nazi squad runs forward, all aim and take fire at you. They all look up and just splat. Oh, did you roll on the injury table?
I did. I took a slug to my bootlegger leg. I am now limping as I get a little flash, not flashback, but a little flash memory of the bootlegger. Not a great person to begin with, but was just like, they're like, you know, if they catch us, they're going to arrest us. And the bootlegger's like, I don't give a shit. And then flashback, and I'm like, you know what? Honestly, he probably would have, this is how he would have wanted to go.
You rub your sore knee of this bootlegger, maybe pouring some moonshine to disinfect the wound, and wondering, do you even need to do that? When there's a rumbling sound, and through the fallen watchtower, a Nazi tank comes at a direct course toward yours, which is slowly still careening forward, unpiloted. A tank has joined the fray. Ooh, gang, the reinforcements just keep pouring in. An air raid siren is blaring off in the distance. This is the last stand of these Nazis as they come forward, more piling out of the woodwork. All of the ones stationed in the individual depots kick open their doors and support this tank as it rolls toward you all. Arena.
All right. I'm without the rest of my party in this armory. There's Nazis everywhere. I spend 2 blood, and then we see Arena start chanting and pulling the shadows off of the wall as they start coating my body, and Arena transforms into this like beast made completely out of smoke and shadow. I'm going to be invoking Mantle of the Fell Beast.
What?
It was the advancement I just picked up from the Rustvich.
Sick.
Spend 2 blood, brawl and terrify become 4. All other stats are set to 1, and you cannot use items. Lasts until the objective is complete.
The roof of this warehouse bursts open as this demonic kaiju sends into the night sky.
I just want to smash these guys.
Great. Go ahead and roll brawl.
Okay, great.
Oh my god.
3 successes.
4 successes.
What do you want to do with them?
I want to soak all of that damage and then put another one towards... I'm still trying to get my Boo Nicola prize in here, so I'm just smashing. I'm smashing Nazis. I'm smashing crates.
You're putting it toward raiding the ammunition dump?
Absolutely, yes.
As you erupt out of this cache of weapons, the crates already exploded by your runes go showering through the air like an artillery piñata. And Nicole, at all of your feet, strew weapons, the cutting-edge firepower of the Third Reich. All of you, any uses of firearms, grenades, or similar weapons are completely restored. As the rubble clears and this demon Arena has summoned, inhabited, become, who's to say, always was, begins swiping through the terrified Nazis who all turn their fire onto her, but conventional weapons seem to have no effect on this eldritch beast. You notice one feature unblemished by any of the explosions, the shadow magic, the bullets. Sitting in the charred remains of this warehouse is a bulletproof Volkswagen, which anybody can add to their inventory. It has machine guns mounted to its front.
Oh my god.
And is still got that new car smell.
Wow.
Wow.
Power to the people car.
Flint.
If I have the blood, can I use 2 advances in 1 turn?
I don't see why not.
Wonderful. Then I would like to roll sneak as I enter my ooze form to slip through the cracks in, like, the tank door to get inside with the driver of the Nazi tank.
You just Alex Mack your way inside.
Yes.
I'll go ahead and roll sneak.
Ooh, my classic 1 hit, 1 crit.
I only got 1 success.
Then I'm going to reduce that with the 1, and then with the crit, using my hellish screech once I am inside, right in the guy's ear, to lower the threat by another 1.
Inside this tank, completely bypassing its armor and defenses, you scream and the metal reverberates as blood begins to trickle out of the pilot's ears. Nicole.
I look down at my feet, and then I look up and see the big lady coming out of that building, and I go, I feel like this is for me. And I'm gonna pick up this brand new submachine gun, throw my old one away. I knock it on a rock to clink off the swastika that's been glued onto it. And I'm gonna go, hold my 2 guns up with my biceps flexing, 1 bare armed. And I go, it's good to be back. And I'm going to take my cut-down Lee Enfield rifle and this machine gun and just start spraying down Nazis in front of us as I move forward.
Roll shoot.
Balls. I got 1 success.
I got 3.
That sucks. Stop doing that.
You can always do a flashback if you want to add 2 more dice and then re-roll everything.
Oh, yeah. I re-roll everything or just the 2 added?
No, you reroll everything.
Okay. I want to do a flashback.
The tank cannon shoots a heavy shell directly toward you, and as you stare at it, your own guns blazing. Where was Nicole when Commander Slate first approached her?
I think me and my girlfriend were in Poland when she approached us. We were helping clear out some pathways for people to escape Poland. We are covered in blood of Nazis as we are coming out the other side where we're going to meet people that are going to get in there to escape. And we are coming out of this abandoned underground. We're coming out into the evening light and we go, all right, guys, get in here. You're good to go. And as some civilians run down into the darkness below us,
the welcoming darkness of the tunnel ushering in these people who were in line for execution. You've saved them with moments to spare. And as they head into this tunnel to get to the borders outside of Poland and hopefully to safety, at least for the time being, you hear the of a single car with a little lever in the middle coming along the track. And a woman in military dress and high-heeled combat boots pushes to the stop. Well, I would have done wonders for an iron horse, but you take what you can get and when you can get it. Hello, ladies.
I put my girlfriend behind me, even though she's 6'4", with blonde hair and a long braid down her back. Gun show out, fully cut off, crop-topped tank, covered in blood, red now. And who are you?
My name is Slate. I represent a peculiar branch of the British Armed Forces with an eye for, she looks at the setting sun, particular talents. We've been keeping an eye on you, and we're very impressed with the humanitarian efforts you've managed to accomplish so far. But the 2 of you are extremely limited. We'd like to welcome you to be part of a larger enterprise.
And why should we trust someone like you?
You shouldn't.
Mira puts a hand on my shoulder. I, relax a little.
Mm-hmm.
And roll my eyes.
It's lack of trust that has gotten you this far, but you do trust one another, and I'm only asking you to go with me so far as to accomplish an end. The war is getting worse. No matter what your efforts are here, there are spots all over this poor country that you cannot hope to liberate. If you want to stop the death count, it's going to take more than one hole.
I look back at Mira, and we're pretty messed up. I've got bullet holes bleeding. Her arm is super scraped up. And I go, all right, Tell me more.
We know a lot about you, both of you, and your unique abilities. Individually, you're able to do quite a bit. Together, you're able to do a bit more. But as part of a squad, I quake to see what the world would look like after dark. She hands you a telegram. Head to these coordinates. We've got 6 months before this operation kicks off. She looks sadly at Mira. Watch each other's backs. You'll make shorter work getting back than I did. And she gestures to the pushy-pulley cart. Tally-ho! And she jumps into the hole and follows the civilians out of Poland.
Feels like she should be able to afford a better car than that.
Yeah, you would think. If she's promising us something, I think she'd want to make a flashier show of it.
Well, at least she's rich in arms. And she cocks her shotgun.
She's not the only one, and she picks you up, puts you on her back so that your shoulders are dangling on either side of her neck, and like with both of her hands, careens down the trail tracks.
Like on all fours, like Edward Cullen style.
Sure. I don't know those movies.
Hop on Spider Monkey.
You head off into the night, but even as you do, the light of a train on the tracks approaching faster in the distance. And we zoom back toward you. Go ahead and re-roll +2. I am not re-rolling. I just keep the 3 successes.
3 crits and a success.
Let's fucking go.
Oh my god.
That's the power of love!
I'm gonna spend a crit and a success to defend.
Great.
And that's 2 crits left. Can I spend all those on the threat?
Yeah, if you want. There's the infantry squad and the tank.
Let's spend 4 on the tank then.
Grand. This tank launches a missile at you, and you flash back to meeting Commander Slate when Mira was still alive before Nazis killed her. And with your gun still in your hand, you spin a roundhouse and kick the shell back. It goes into the cannon from which it launched and explodes in the end.
I'm all about that backwards bullet.
Chuck.
Is the tank still functioning after Nicole's sick-ass kick?
The cannon is blown off, but you can see it's a linebacker.
Chuck looks at the tank and looks at the tower and goes, Chuck, what are you doing, man? You can't take on a tank. And then I spit on the ground and I watch it sizzle and I go, Chuck, what the hell are you talking about, man? You got a mouthful of acid spit, son. And I'm going to run over to the tank and I am going to just spit onto it.
Fantastic. Roll brawl.
Beautiful. Here we go. That is 1 success, 1 crit, and 1 blood for me. Thank you very much.
1 success.
Okay, great. So that 1 success and 1 success can take each other out. And then Chuck will just crit right onto the tank.
You get some spit on this the shell of this tank, and the acid melts away, but you can see the armor of this heavy artillery is thick. It is dissolving on it, but it doesn't appear to do any immediate damage.
Okay.
Arena.
For a moment, we no longer see the fell beast as Arena slips into a shadow, vanishes out of sight, and then emerges in the middle of this field, growing tall, blocking out the moon as she rises, sort of Chernobog from Fantasia-esque out of the darkness.
Yes.
You get the rights to Hall of the Mountain King.
Night on Bald Mountain. Good quote.
Thank you.
And this immense demonic form opens its maw and screams. And all of the magic that we've seen from Arena thus far has been very pretty, very magical girl, very powered by the moon. This is dark and eldritch, and all of these Nazis all start leaking black fluid out of their eyes and ears and mouths.
Yes. Good. Good.
It's a horrifying sight to behold.
Hell yeah, it is. Go ahead and roll Terrify.
All right. 3 successes.
6 successes.
Oh my god. I didn't know you could do that.
I didn't know I could do that either, but it turns out I can.
I suppose I have to use my 3 successes to soak up at least 3 damage from that.
Oh, yeah.
Roll on the injury table 3 times.
There's some sort of rule. I gotta look at it. Here we go. Yeah, if the GM has 3 or more attack dice remaining, when you have no dice remaining, you are taken down, pinned under rubble, shot to bits, briefly paralyzed, rendered insensible, and so on. Roll an injury category as above, then mark off all available boxes in that category. Until another vampire comes to your aid, you are out of the fight. Rescuing you becomes a new objective.
Whoa.
Phenomenal. Yeah, as this demonic creature launches into the air, thank you for knowing the rules, Kim.
And now I kind of regret knowing the rules.
All attention is turned toward you, and not just from the ground. Up in the air, German dog fighters redirect course and unleash. You're peppered with machine gun fire. The tank commander pulls out his own anti-tank missile, butts Flint in the face with it to get it up, and shoots it out at you. As occult warlocks on the ground try and do a containment spell, you, in midair, revert back to your hominid form and begin falling to the ground through the sky. You're going to roll on the injury table, take both injuries in that category, and we have a new objective 2, rescue arena.
I fall through the sky and then am impaled on like a piece of like rebar or like an iron post. I have an abdominal puncture.
I think the struts of the watchtower that just snapped and broke are still there.
Yeah.
And it's coming through just beneath your sternum, and you lay there impaled. Flint, y'all have not made much ground on this. After that initial push, you've kind of just been in the center of this armory depot as more and more enemy combatants flood the area.
I would like to use Brawl to try and wrestle the controls of the tank from the driver with my steel claws.
I'll allow it.
That is 2 crits.
I got 2 successes.
Okay, so that's 1 crit to knock those successes out, and then the other 2. Tear the driver in half, kind of shove his torso over so I can scoop in like a bag of chips as I'm driving, and turn the wheel around to start to drive towards arena.
All right, so you're applying the 2 successes toward arena or toward...
Toward arena, yeah, just trying to squish all of the Nazis in the way to clear a path to her.
Absolutely. You easily redivert this tank and careen into the side. It knocks the remaining strut to the ground, and as she hits, she rolls off and is just there, a gaping hole in her chest. Arena, you pick yourself back up, and we look through you and see Flint pop his head out of the tank to check and make sure you're okay.
This bra was so expensive.
Nicole.
I see Arena fall, and I see the burst of blood as this thing impales her. And I throw this smoke grenade and I start running, and I see her get up and I go, well, now you guys are just pissing me off. And as I turn around, smoke sort of billowing around me, I grab this brand new Panzerfaust and I click it into place. And I turn around and I go, you take my big lady, I'll take yours. And I shoot this new tank that has just happened.
Go ahead and roll Terrify.
2 and a crit.
I got 3.
A crit and 1, and let's move 1 towards our goal of getting across.
Fantastic. We have seen you use this anti-tank missile before to great success, but this time you're not actually going out guns blazing. There's a more important skill at hand. You got to piggyback somebody else here. So you create this huge explosion. The Nazi infantry go run and take cover when they see you bring this thing out. But now the way is clear. Chuck.
I pull out Betsy and aim it at the tank pilot's temple just as Flint kind of cracks him in half, if I understand correctly, and uses him as like a Lay's potato chip bag. And I'm like, well, all right, well, that one's taken care of. I think what I'll do then is, Chuck's a gentleman. I'm going to hop off the tank and run over as well to assist with this as I pull off my coat to kind of like wrap around. At the very least of like, if you felt somewhat exposed by having a hole through your torso.
Your body.
And Chuck doesn't know exactly how to like approach situations, like in case you were cold.
What are you doing?
Can I contribute to like a sneaking?
Oh, sure. Throwing your jacket around Arena, but also throwing shadows back now that she's not using them all and the shadows have returned to the natural object they are cast. You're able to wrap you guys in a shroud a little bit. Go ahead and roll sneak.
Okay. It ain't a big stat. I did get a blood. There are no successes.
I got 2 successes.
I'll take the hits.
Oh my, Chuck.
Okay. I got, let's see here, 2 and 6. So I have mauled and shot full of holes.
Ah,
Ugh.
So I will put my body between the shots and you both as I'm shot full of holes. I will say, though, after we interacted with the Rust Witch, I did get corrosive fluids. When you mark an injury, reduce the rating of a threat you're engaged with by 2.
incredible.
Phenomenal. Do you want to apply that to the tank or the infantry squad?
I kind of want to apply it to the tank.
I read that as you take down its like fucking max health.
Yeah.
So you get shot full of holes, and as you do, the tar that you're chewing and your saliva has mixed together in your limb to form this smoking acid, and with a kind of strange flex, rivulets of it gush forward toward this tank, and you see shit armor melting and tearing away, smoking off into the night. Arena.
Thought I lost you.
Darling, I am very hard to kill. Now, I reach into my garter and pull out my last cigarette. Do you have a light?
I grab a bloodied lighter off the ground and I flick it and hold it close to her.
I take a drag. Ugh, thank you, Angel. I really needed that. And we see the wounds on Arena's chest heal as I'm spending 3 blood to get rid of that injury marking.
Stitches itself back together.
Now I must leave you.
God, why does that make me want you more? Oh, it's like you know me so well already.
And I leap to the top of the guard tower and pull out my hunting rifle. We need to make our way across this field, but I gotta pick off some of these reinforcements.
Sure, yeah.
I blush as I see under her dress.
Absolutely. 2 successes, 2 crits.
2 successes.
Okay. 1 crit is getting rid of your attack die. As I leap to the top of this guard tower, there is a Nazi cowering for his life up here. Oh, this is my hiding place. Get out. And I'm going to stomp on his throat with my high heel. We see blood just squirt out, and I'm going to drink his blood. So I'm going to spend 1 crit to get 2 more blood, and then I'm going to spend my remaining 2 successes on advancing the objective. As I pull out my rifle and just start picking off Nazis and clearing a way for my friends.
You leap soaring through the air. This geyser of blood squirts into your mouth, and you drink it deep as you take aim with your scope and realize it's not about eliminating all of the enemies. You've got what you came for. You're locked and loaded. And you take out the searchlight, plunging the area into darkness, allowing you all to move forward.
Incredible.
Built to celebrate the 1889 Paris World Fair, the Eiffel Tower remains one of the most enduring symbols of Paris, and, as a prick commanding everyone's attention, of France in general. Upon the Nazi conquest of the city, the structure was retrofitted with the latest in German technology. Elevators rocket up to the surface, dazzling electric lights blaze out into the night air, loudspeakers blast Papa polka, and a rudimentary communications aerial has been supplemented by high-bandwidth broadcast technology. Also, there's a Zeppelin attached to the top, containing Adolf Hitler. Your objective: ascend the Eiffel Tower.
Coffin Drop is a Kitten Marlowe production, edited and produced by Kim Dalton. This episode featured a theme song by Jason Myers, with additional vocals by Amelia Myers. You can find out more about us by visiting kittenmarlowe.com, signing up for our newsletter, or following us on socials. For Discord access, exclusive cast talkbacks, TTRPG materials, and more, visit patreon.com/kittenmarlowe and join Vina Yarvala and all of our incredible Kitten Marlowe patrons in supporting artist-driven storytelling. Thanks for listening.